Hey everybody, and welcome to Return to Legoville! Yep, it's been a while. Well, real life concerns, money, budget, all that fun stuff gets in the way, but we're through that business, and now we're back to basically rebuilding Legoville. So this is Legoville update number 10, and let's just call it the Redux, the return. Let's see what I can tell you some changes going on in here. Many things have, well, not many things have changed, but some things have been moved around. There was a point in this channel I was basically going to be updating just for sake for updating, but I decided now I'm just going to update with the stuff that I can update with. Not going to chase page views, not going to chase counts, just going to share my joy of Lego with you all. As you can see from this point already, we're already missing a couple of pieces here. We rebuilt the coastline a little bit here, made it overgrown. Took out a cabin, but I'll show you where that goes in a second. And as I opened up this country park area, which is part of the expansion plans going forward. Trucks in, yep. Yes, I know Toys R Us are gone, but remember, Legoville has the only operating Toys R Us in the continental USA. So, that's a big old delivery truck. But saying that, that is a very tight squeeze for a truck that size. I'll quickly scan you around the stuff going on in Legoville so you can see what's going on. Lance is still getting the Coast Guard boat out. There is Mitch Lego Buchanan basically in the Baywatch boat. Sculpture Park has changed shape, but managed to accommodate the new building, which we'll talk about in a couple of minutes. So my Sculpture Park has got a bit smaller, but we're going to put a road system in, but it's actually got a little bit longer at the same time. So in terms of space, we've lost half a board, but it does look significantly smaller even the loss of half a board, but we'll talk about it in a few minutes. The robotic fire crew have a cherry picker truck to basically, so the operator can basically use the robot at robot height now. We're going to scan across here so you can see a few things going on into the suburban area. There's Emma's art cafe at the back there. It's going to be part of my art alley. Still trying to find some more appropriate friend sets to put in there. I think we're going to go for the cookie store. Get two of those, mash them together and see what comes up so we can get a bit of a different skyline going back there. That'd be pretty cool. Moving along here. We have the tree house, which has been sitting on my desk like forever. So we finally built it and found a home for it. Fits neatly into that corner there, and it's going to basically almost finish our suburbia. We've got to get a board next to it, and I've got space for a couple more modulars and suburban houses in there, but that's a nice treat to the building. Which also reminds me, in the corner here is going to be the next part of what was going to be happening with Legoville. We've decided the back wall has been a club basement for since we moved in here, and we've only repainted over 10 years ago. It's going to turn sky blue, some clouds, so we have a nice little sky backdrop, and it'll update the paint and got rid of that wacky stain that I got no idea how that happened, but we're going to get rid of it. Santini's is looking good. Sorry, the Hicks is looking good. Santini's is over here in a second. Hicks is looking nice. Construction crew almost finished the job here. There's going to be a new building here shortly. Santini skate crew is through skating, and Harley Quinn's Comic Emporium, yeah, it's still looking good. So I'm going to move on to the other side so you can see what's going on here. Oh, we're 4 minutes in. Okay, here we go. Here's where the big changes have happened. Legoville has expanded. Another table's gone in, which has allowed us to basically put a few things in here. Now we'll talk you through what's been going on so you can see. Legoville is all about building Lego on a budget, and my budget's extremely tight. I don't have a lot of money to throw at this. Probably, if I'm lucky, $100 a month going forward, but that's still a fairly decent Lego budget if you basically allocate the money and be smart with it. New table went in. He's from IKEA. Tabletop's really cheap. It gets expensive when you add the legs. So each table you see here is approximately $33. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? Gotta find cheaper tables, but they seem to be working and very modular. As I mentioned, Sculpture Park has changed. It's got longer, but not as wide. This is to accommodate the new road system that came in here. And the new road system is basically to put in the long-awaited and long-sought-after police station. Believe it or not, I found this complete kit on eBay for $45. Yeah, that's right. Just under 1,000-piece police kit. I believe it's the 2014 police station. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. But for $45. That's because being smart with your money, because I don't have a huge budget. So I wanted a police station in here for some time. 2014 fitted quite nicely. And there we go. So we now have a police station in there. That's not the finished final resting place for it. We're still got to get a Coast Guard station in, which basically will take up where you've seen the police pursuit car. This area here is going to be turning into the Coast Guard station, which means the police station is going to go further back against the wall, and we've got to get a couple more road pieces in. But that's probably going to be near the end of this month before we get anywhere near that. Plus, I've got to find a cheap enough set on eBay to make the Coast Guard station. Speaking of Coast Guard, they've been upgraded slightly, which pleased my coasty son Lance. We've got the 4x4 set and the big old 29-footer, well in Lego terms it would be 29-footer, rescue craft, which is probably one of the biggest boats we have in Legoville. It actually rivals the size of our yacht here. So, Coast Guard have an effective rescue vessel now. They don't have to basically rely on the little launch here that Lance has to keep dragging in out of the water. So that's pretty cool. I've also decided basically Coast Guard is going to be primarily water rescue stuff and that kind of thing, so the fire service won't be getting a rescue boats, though they are available for them. I have a huge fire service and they pretty much the most well equipped service in Legoville, so they don't need any more vehicles at this moment in time. Although I was saying that though, here's another look at the cherry picker, which was the Junior 4+ set, which seemed like a no-brainer to buy for like, I think I got it for like $8 at no, it wasn't 8, it was $6 at Barnes & Noble and clearance. And basically made a good addition for the operator of the robot, so you can operate the robot at robot's eye view. See, Legoville is all about building on a budget. Oh, there's the tow truck that basically said that can break down the bars in the escape feature on the 2014 police station, which I have to say is a very nice build. So if you can get hold of it, it's fantastic. Did get a couple of new kits as well. Obviously the 4x4. I actually got it on eBay for $20, no shipping, so that's nice. And you see the newsstand and the bus station and this big old bus. That was actually a buy from Barnes & Noble. I got a special coupon for about 10% off, so I picked up the bus station. I needed another bus in here to accommodate the other bus I have on the other side of the city. Kind of made sense. It's a nice little kit, though I will say you can get more minifigs into the older bus than you can into the new one. And finally, the coastline here has changed. You may notice we've expanded out because of the table. We've got the 2 Lego and Legoland stands, so basically that's indicating the end of the road. We've got a specialty thing that's going to be going in there, and we're going to have to move Legoville probably by August. It's going to go in that corner there, so we can start building and looking at the amusement park expansion, which we want to put here. So everything has got to shift, which I'm not looking forward to, but we'll get to it. We'll probably do it at the same time as we paint the back wall. But we have a new building here. This is the Creator Beach House. Can't remember the year it came out. Found this in Barnes & Noble for $20. Made a nice set. I had this idea of basically making this a private beach house area. So the older beach house, this one here, came over from the countryside into this area here, and it fits quite nicely next to this beach house and makes a nice pairing. And we've got a nice little beach thing going on there. Space for another beach house should we want to bring it in here, but I don't think Lego has that many of them. Maybe if they do, maybe the houseboat may go there. I don't know yet. I've got to find it at a cheap enough price for me to pick up. So there we go. Legoville has grown by a table significantly, which basically has moved some changes. So bits and pieces are moved around. Areas here. I'm actually kind of happy about this foliage type coaster here, which breaks up the Lego symmetry lines. That's fairly cheap to do, because I've got so many of these little pieces here. It's unbelievable. But breaks up the line a little bit, because it's Lego, and let's be fair, Lego ain't cheap. But I'm doing this on a budget. Everything I've shown you here today, the new models, I came in just over $100. Very proud about that. That's pretty much the buys probably for this month. My next time I'm going to be painting and moving stuff around, so probably going to be no more Lego buys for this month for now. Unless I find something cheap on eBay, then I will basically pick something up. Going to be looking for Coast Guard stuff on eBay. Hopefully some of the sets I've seen will be around a little bit longer, so I can basically put bids on them. And then we can get the Coast Guard set in here, and we can finish off what I'm dubbing Emergency Corner. Here, this area here, I've got an eye on a ferry I want to put in there. And I think we've basically got the main part of Legoville done. I still have the Emporium upstairs, but I need another table to go in here. And I need to get hold of some of those big creator sets, but they're they're expensive, so I'm gonna have to wait for a bit of a windfall before I can basically think about basically diverting money towards those. Yes, I know this Legoville update's all about money, 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 but I think it's, as a adult fan of Lego on a limited budget, it's important to basically, you know, show what you can do with what you have. Now, it's also important to remind you all that the majority of the buildings you see in Legoville have been from a collection we've been building for almost 10 years. So not all this came along. I think in the last year we had a bit more of an explosive growth because, hey, you know, we've actually been able to do this. But I feel it's important to say, you know, just keep collecting, keep building, think about what you want to do, think about the buildings you want to make use of Bricklink. You can get some really good bargains on there. Think about your buildings, how to build them, look on eBay, go to flea markets, take a look around, be sensible with your bucks, and I think you can make something rather special and personal for yourself. I think right now we have about 90% of the Lego that we own is in Legoville at the moment. And the last 10% is basically waiting for some of the expansion into Harry Potter World and base plates, that kind of fun stuff. But this is an evolution, not a revolution, so it's going to take some time to always get there. So I appreciate you coming and watching my update today. We will be posting another one shortly, maybe, perhaps. Maybe when we get the wall painted, you'll see another update from us. And you can basically go, wow, that's actually kind of all coming together there. So thank you for watching. I believe I have to ask you to subscribe if you want to subscribe, so you can stay up to date with the Legoville and Alt Tube updates. So you can see what's going on in our fun little lifestyle channel, which is kind of real silent moment because, you know, lifestyle's been overtaken by life. And when I come back, we'll probably talk about my comic book I've just recently got published as well. So many things happening. I appreciate you coming along. Hit the bell if you want to be subscribed. If you want to basically get notifications of the subscriptions, please spread the word. Please share the channel. The more views we get, the bigger chance we're basically getting some books in here to help us build out Legoville. It's going to be a long labour of love, but thank you for coming along on this journey, all you Lego fans and adult fans of Lego. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate your comments and thoughts. So please comment below, and we'll be seeing you next time. Until then, have a real good one. Cheerio.